Guys coming in. A little windy today. I had to kind of move down here to the rocks. There's people fishing down there the other spot. Good day to get out here and catch some fish. Temperature's a little warmer, about 65 degrees. It's still pretty cool. Not terrible, but good enough. All right, we're gonna be fishing. I guess in this spot where we're going to be fishing corn close to the bank, and we're going to be fishing with worm out there a little deeper. Let's see if I can get this stuff done. Hang on, folks. I'll get to the chat ASAP, my friends. Welcome back in, my friends. Welcome back to our channel. Yes, this is our channel, my friends. This is our channel. Thank you for coming back in, my friends. I appreciate it. As you guys can see, we've moved down here to the rocks again. Kind of in like a little middle spot here. I don't know about the signal. Kind of like kind of a little bit of a weird spot here. I don't usually fish this spot. Water is down about another 8 or 10 inches. That's going to be interesting. Get these rods baited up, and I will check that chat. Running a little late, I know. I had to go by the bait shop, pick up some worms, and pick up some other unique materials. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to use some of it today. I am not risking losing some of it on these rocks. And you can see one of them sitting right there. We haven't. I'll show that to you guys here in a minute, but unfortunately, right now, I cannot use it down here on these rocks. I'd lose it. I'm not risking it. I haven't owned one of them in a long time, and I'm not going to risk getting it destroyed. I think that'll do for this rod. Get a nice little line of corn on there. Looks pretty good. And this spot's pretty still water, so we're gonna push the weight up just a little bit. Got some rock faces set up here. Hopefully that wind block is going to help you guys. We got a little bit of wind down here. Hopefully you guys are getting protected a little bit, and hopefully we can get a signal down here in this particular location. I'm not too really confident about it yet. I haven't checked it. It was showing 3 out of 5 bars continuously, but that could be an illusion. That looks like that's pretty good. Yep. Okay. All right, let's get this other rod out here. We're going to be fishing a still rig on this one of Justin Funderstuck's favorite techniques. Let's see. I guess I'll put a neon on this one. This will be out deeper, so it has a pretty good chance of getting like a blue cat or big old drum or sturgeon or something. Who knows? You guys know my little trick of using these neon. One of the little tricks is to hook that worm at least 3 times. Cut that worm up into 3 pieces while you're doing it. That way you can get a lot more scent coming out of that than normal. Let's see. As far as the structure here, I need to get about maybe 4 or 5 feet out to get away from snags. And we are sporting a new, a previously used owned bait caster. When Jason comes in, I'll talk to you guys about that. All right, that's pretty good. This is just going to be set up here right in the rock, wedged in here real good. Something doubles that over. You want to be able to get to that rod. Pretty quick. You don't want that fully tight. You just want that just barely, not slack, but just a few moments of being tight. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alrighty. Don't know about this spot. We got corn on this one, worm on that one. We can switch her up here anytime anytime in the future. Boy, I haven't even got my my little thing out here so I can read you guys' chat a little bit better. Oh, what I do with that thing? Oh, it's back here. This will just take me a second to get this out. Yep, our little cell phone holder. That way we can see that a little bit better. Handle it quite a bit easier too. We're just getting started, folks. We're on this is our first cast. First cast of the day. All right, that is in there good. Bend that a little bit. We're on a kind of a angle here. I'm going to need just a little bit of shade to see you guys. I'm going to angle that up just a little bit. External twink lenses in. Let's check that chat. It was a little bit of a late start, folks. We had to get to the bait shop, and that took me forever. And I'm running on low bars already getting down here on my scooter, so that should be interesting getting back. I'm going to be doing a little put up the hill on the way back home today. Let's see, I do not see my live feed here. And there we are. How we're doing as far as our signal quality. Looks, yeah, I don't know. Hang on, let me up the quality on this for just a second here. Make sure we're looking okay. Let's see, I don't want auto. And yep, rods look straight. At least. Let's see, I'm gonna get back in the chat here. Quality, higher picture quality. I don't even see. I don't even see the option to do that right now. Well, I guess we're looking okay. I'm not sure, folks. It'll be one of those days where we're not getting a great picture quality. But thanks for coming in, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Chris, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. First in chat. Chris says, good luck, Mike. And boy, that's weird. We'll lock onto that one. Let's see, Tommy says, good luck, Mike. I appreciate you coming in, my friend. How you doing today, Tommy? Thanks for coming in, my friend. It's actually kind of cool down here, if you guys. Not really that, rocks are helping a little bit. See, Tommy says, send me a message on WhatsApp, Chris. I lost all my numbers. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope you got that backed up. Let's see, Les, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Les. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, Les says MVP. Let's see, SJC is in the house. SJC says hi. Let's see, Chris says, got you, Tommy. Chris says, Danny. Danny says SJC. SJC says hi, Chris. How's it going? I'm sure when I put some worms on here, I just want to see if there are any big old common carp sitting down here right now. Yeah, there's a lot more big commons sitting down on these rocks. Let's see, Lisa, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my Lisa. I appreciate you coming in. You guys are having a great Thursday, my friends. Yet the weekend's getting here. We only got one more day left. See, Lisa say, hey, Chris and Miss Jiggy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Miss Jiggy. First in for the donations, ideas. Miss Jiggy, part of your donation went to getting us a cast net. Yep, I haven't even broke this out, and I'm not going to be breaking it out today down here on these rocks. I'm not going to risk getting it lost in these in this stuff down here. I wanted to try it down there on a sandbar, but there's some people fishing down there, and I like to give people some distance between us. Let's see, Denny, send me a message on WhatsApp. Turn numbers. Let's see, Rod Wilson, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Rod Wilson says hi. Let's see, 11 people in and 16 thumbs up. That is awesome, my friend. Let's see, Chris says Rod. Miss Giggy says Lisa. SJC says hey, Mike. Let's see, Miss Giggy with the thumbs up. Chris says nice, Mike. Yep, we're upgrading our gear, and when Jason comes in, I have got his bait caster that he gave me rigged up and brave. We're using it today. Oh, let's bite on corn. I saw that. Hang on, folks. Hang on. We just got our first bite. Yeah, I kind of wait for these rocks usually to fish when the water gets just a little bit lower and a little bit colder. But there are still some big ones down here. I just usually don't fish because it's just tougher to fish, to be honest. A lot of the toughness about fishing this spot is actually getting down here. You wouldn't believe we got about 35 feet of pretty much fat lead to get up these rocks that thin. This is all gigantic chunk rock, so you can break an ankle pretty good back here, pretty quick. That's some dangerous shoreline down here, folks. This is all chunk rock, and it's covered in razor sharp zebra mussels. Come on, buggers. So if you slip and put your hand down here, those things are going to slice your palm open. Bite on. Saw that. That was a bite on the still rig out there. Something picked her up. That was interesting. Something picked that rod up. I saw that rod go like that once or twice. And that's me bouncing that, obviously. But I wasn't nowhere near that one. We're just getting started. I got to get our rock faces set up exactly right. And this corn doesn't work quickly enough. I'm gonna switch here to some red wigglers. We're just gonna give that a couple minutes before I switch her up. Try a couple casts in a couple different spots. And something picked that up too. What did he do with it? Nothing. A little heavier weight on down here right now. It's majority of it's still water back current down here, but there's some pretty good undertows to pick you up pretty quick. So giving it just a tiny bit more weight will make it so you can hold in these spots. Seen a few big grass carp coming up, and I've seen at least 2 buffalo carp come up to the surface. That's rare for them to see them coming up like that. And that means they're schooled up and they're traveling. Which means, like our last trip, remember how we sat there for an hour or two before we started getting bites, and all of a sudden we got like 2 nice buffalo carp real quick, a pretty big drum, and that big grass carp. And so they're kind of schooled up right now, folks. They're traveling like that way. I believe that's deeper water down here below this bridge. So they're done with their bedding and nesting and all that stuff upriver. They're working their way back downriver to set for the winter. On their way back downriver, they're munching up. I left her so going there. Ah. me again. We gotta get this stuff situated exactly right. Andy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Cast net brand new needs a process to make it soft and spread better. Yeah, the new ones, they do need a little bit of breaking in time, but I'm pretty good with opening them and throwing a cast net. I will open that here when in just a bit so I can show you guys it, but I'm not using it down here. Let's see, Danny says I'm mild good googly. Let's see, Andy says soak it with down in water overnight, then hang it dry to stretch. Yeah, this is a monofilament one, so it's not too bad. It's the shallow water down there where the sand is. It's only a 3-footer, so it's not a very big cast net. It's just designed to, when I start seeing those skipjack sticking the surface down there in that sand down there, I can get a cast net over their butts and get a couple of them. Let's see, Chris says, Andy. Let's see, Marvin, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Marvin says hi. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Let's see, 33 people in, 25 thumbs up. That is just awesome, folks. We're just trying. We've got corn on the close rod and we've got worm on the far rod. That's a still rig, and this is a Carolina rig with about it's about an 1/8 of an ounce of weight on that one. Got a pretty good chance of getting a nice blue cat or something out there. Oh, that's a big one just busted up right behind you, and another one over there. They're starting to come to the surface, folks. They're starting to become active. It's midday, and this time of the year, with water getting colder and colder, they're going to start gradually just starting to feed right at the hottest part of the day. And as the day goes on, that's when they start cooling off. That looks pretty good. What? Let me reel this one in and check and see what's going on with it. Now, this is a really good reel. Let's see. I might need a little bit more worm on there. Looks like something nipped the end of it off on that one. Yep, that cast net's probably going to need another day. We're unfortunately not going to be able to use it today because now those guys could leave down there and we could move down there. I mean, it could happen. Yeah, this is basically just your basic still rig. That weight will hold the weight in the bait in place, and that'll dangle just a little bit off the bottom. All right, let's get serious here, folks. I'm just gonna dangle the end of that worm out there. That's a good way to get a bite, but you're hard pressed to hook them unless they double the rod over on you. And this reel is so smooth. I'm not used to using a bait caster that is this smooth. We're going to go in a little bit closer. That's a little close, but I think they might be in setting in there. Try to keep the rod tip up a little higher on this one than you would with the Carolina rig. You want to keep that bait off the bottom. So I know people keep that rod tip way up here, but the only reason why you'd really do that is if you had like a still rig like 2 feet off the bottom. I don't want to keep the bait that far off the bottom. I just want to keep it like maybe 6-8 inches off the bottom. you're fishing for bass with your favorite bass lure, you got to make your bait do what you want it to. With this corn, I want that corn to kind of wobble around in the shallows, going up and down, kind of get in front of as many fish as I can as they're going up and down here. And the worm, I want to sit out there and just that bait to be dangling right where our fish is going to be traveling by. And my guesstimate is they're about maybe 10, 12 inches off the bottom suspended. And that's going to be about maybe 7, 8 inches. So it's within scent range for sure. If a big old blue cat or channel catfish or grass carp, buffalo carp, anything goes swimming by that bait, he's going to pick up that scent from that worm, look down, he's got it. Fish will look down a lot, but they won't look up as much as you think. Another big one. Not sure what that was. It almost looked like a blue cat. Like a maybe 4 or 5 pound blue cat. It was either that or it might have been a channel cat, but for it to be out there that deep, that's interesting. And I do have some, if you notice the way that rig is rigged up, I do have a lighter line on that tag in where the weight is attached. So if I do get snagged, I'll just lose that weight instead of losing the hook and the weight. So that's 8-pound test on that that tag in. I've got, I believe that's 14-pound test on the main line. What's going on here? All right, let's refresh this real quick. See 15 people in and see 29 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friend. By the way, I hope you're having a great Thursday and I hope you're having a great week. Yep, the weekend is coming, my friends. The weekend is coming. It might be a worm day. I mean, I threw that twice out there and I got something to peck on it once or twice and kind of dropped it. So it's getting later in the season. They might be wanting some real bait. Yeah, we are pixelated, aren't we? Quality. It's a higher picture quality. And we look, well, the rods are, guys, is that a clear picture or not? Looks okay on my side. Looks okay. Let's see, Werewolf, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Werewolf. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see, Daisy. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Well, I'm not sure why those messages were. Oh, yeah, never mind. Yep, if you could, we don't mind chatting, but please don't spam the chat. Yep, you can chat all you want with everyone. It's he's thinking about it. Oh boy. I think what we had was a fish running through the line. Yep. That's exactly what happened. A fish was running through that line and got us snagged up bad. We're going to let that set out there. I think that's just a weight snag. So hopefully if a fish hits it, it'll pull us right off there. And if he doesn't, I'll just break that, break it where the weight is attached. Yeah, that rod, when it doubled over, that was a fish running through the line. That happens a lot down here. There are a tremendous amount of fish swimming suspended 15 to 20 feet deep, like within like 3 or 4 feet from the surface. But fishing a bobber down here is practically impossible because the current's moving like this. I mean, you cast out here, I'd check the chat 3 seconds later, my bobber would be in the bank down here. Let's see, Chris says werewolf. Let's see, werewolf says Jigging. Let's see, Chris says BRB. Let's see, werewolf says hey Chris. Let's see, Gaza, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I got you, Danny. We are very close to the Iron Rock base over there, so I wasn't sure if the feed was going to go in properly today. See, Chris with the googly eyes, and see, crazy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Crazy says hi, and Crazy says hope all is well. We're just getting started. It's actually now that the sun is starting to warm up these rocks, it's getting quite comfortable. Yep, coming through about that line again. You see the line pop. Let's see, Miss Jiggy says, let's see, DCP Kayak Adventures. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Tell you what, you've been in a lot, DCP. Let me make sure to go back to my Danny, if you could you make DCP and Crazy standards, please? Yeah, they've been in a lot recently, so let's get them on the back on the Blue Jacket Club, my friend. Let's see, DCP says hello, Miss Giggy. Let's see, DCP says hello, Chris. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. See, DCP says, I've been following you for over a year, MVP. That is just awesome. Yep, welcome to the Blue. See, 12 people still in, seeing 35 thumbs up. Yep, that's why Danny's yellow. Werewolf with the donation. I appreciate that donation to PayPal. Awesome, Werewolf. That's just awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that, Werewolf. Thanks, my friend. Let's see, what's the note on that? Let's see, note is Werewolf says, Mike, keep on. I will, my friend. And again, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's get some WWs in the chat for Werewolf. Werewolf says, you're welcome, Mike. And again, I do appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, this corn might not be the idea today, folks. So we're gonna switch her up here. Let's see. Crazy says, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, I think it's about time we switch this over from corn to worm here, folks. I'm not sure if corn is going to be effective down here. And I'm not sure if they're stacked up sufficiently enough to where they can pick up that scent. So we'll give it a little bit longer out here before we switch to worm. A little bit more bait in the water out here. Now you guys can, come in, support the channel good enough. You guys can, another awesome supporter to the channel too is Werewolf. Yeah, this one is obviously not going to be coming off anytime soon. Oh, look at Googly. I had a distinctive feeling why I should just put a Carolina rig on it down here. Oh, you have to come off at least. And looks like what I say about losing that weight, yep, we lost our weight, not our hook. So, oh well. Looks like we're going to be re-rigging this one. Tell you what, I'm just going to put a regular slip sinker rig on this one. At least we didn't lose the hook and lost the weight, however. That's just fine. Let me try my daggone weight. There they are. And oops, I did not close my hook box. That's not good. It's just so much easier trying to, when you're finding stuff, if it's in a container. Sometimes Amazon can be cheap when it comes to sending you stuff. They'll wind up not giving you the necessary stuff. What I do with this clip, oh, they're still in my box. Dang it. I'll just use it. Yeah, another thing we got today. Another item we've been needing for a while is a good pair of needle nose pliers. Yeah, I've needed that one for a while, folks. So I think we're just going to rig this up with a Carolina rig instead of the, that just takes too long to retie. And if I'm going to keep getting snagged out there, it's going to keep taking me forever to keep that stuff, keep the lines out. So we're just going to redo this real quick. Put in a Carolina rig on this one instead of a still rig. It's probably the still rig's probably a better technique to fish down here, but oh boy, these rocks are just, yeah, they can really eat your weights up. And I didn't bring any washers. That's one thing, I should have brought some washers if I was gonna fish this particular technique. That way I wouldn't be losing anything of value. You know, everyone's got that bucket of washers at home, sitting in your basement or in your back closet or something, doing nothing. You can attach those as weights on the bottom, as long as they're not touching your main line. Usually okay. Should I try to straight on the bottom, or I don't know? Could try it straight on the bottom. It does work sometimes like that. It's an idea. Sometimes when you get these store-bought worms, if you put them straight on the bottom, sometimes they'll work better. You just hook that on there, right at the very tip of that head. Go back once, nip that in half, go back again, nip that in half again, and the final worm piece, you just hook on there just once. All right, that's going to be our technique for the moment. And that hook is just where it's not going to go over that bullet weight. Something picks that up, it should slide just perfectly. And this should not get snagged quite as bad. I mean, it shouldn't. Yeah, this sucker I can cast out there too, folks. I mean, I'm used to casting bait casters that you have to put enough force on them to. Yeah, but this one's works pretty dang good. I do like the Garcia Silver Max series. They are very good rods and very good reels. Now I really don't need that up flat high anymore. Set that down a little bit. All right, that should look at least a little better on camera. I think it's time. Yeah, we have had that corn out there for quite a time. We are going to put some red wigglers on this sucker. Hey, this is part of the feed you guys don't see in a lot of live feeds. An individual coming down to a spot and trying to figure out what the fish are doing. Most of the time, people come down here and kind of, will come down to their spots and they scout it out ahead of time. I ain't got the time today. By the time I got back from the bait shop, it was 9:30, so I barely had enough time to get a little bit more juice in the scooter, grab a little snack, get all my gear together, and get out the door. Come on, buddy. Get on there. And you guys are a little small, so. Yeah, if you're ever in St. Louis, don't forget to check out Broadway Bait and Tackle. It's a mom and pop shop. We got great deals. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't do anything, but it's a great little mom and pop shop. There's not many of them around anymore. These big places have taken over. So we need to give them all the support we can give them. Got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. Fish on, folks. That was straight on the bottom. Fish on. What have we got? Well, that's fighting deep, whatever it is. Spinning, huh? What have we got, folks? I think we've got a big buffalo carp. Yeah, that's a big one, folks. Remember them little guys we were getting down there? This ain't no little one. Yeah, that was just a bullet weight straight on the bottom. Yeah, that's a nice 8 or 10 pounder. Bumped his head on the rock. You see that? Yeah, we didn't bring our net, folks, so we're doing this the old-fashioned style again. Slime and all. If you guys are just tuning in, thank you. Appreciate it, my friend. I just got in barely in the lower part of the lift, too. It's going to be entertaining. Okay. Come here, buddy. Whoa. Don't fall in, Michael. I always do that right before you want to grab them. You ever notice that? Thing on Snickers? All right, buddy. Yeah, that's a solid 10, 12 pounder. Easy. That's a river monster, folks. Oh, yeah. That's a heck of a first fish. Assuming I can get her in here. Oh, boy. Here she goes again. Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want to do is get them in like that for a second and then get them back out there. A lot of times it'll have that tendency of loosening up that hook on you. I don't want to get bumped up in the rocks here. I didn't think I'd get a bigger one like this on a first cast. Come on, girl. Come on. Can't get a grip on her. These guys are slimy, man. Ah. Yeah, that's a solid 10, 15 pounder. If that ain't 15 pounds, I'd be surprised. Oh, yeah. She ain't happy. She's not happy. Let me get that hook out of you. We'll show you off to YouTube and get you back in the water, girl. Like that night crawler out there, just straight on the bottom. She ain't happy. Man, need a little slack in the sucker. I can't get it. When you need an extra set of hands. Or an extra hand out of your belly button. And when I get this hook out, she is going to have a temper tantrum. I got her in a bear hold right now. I got her right in the lower lip. Thanks. Ah. Yeah, my needle nose. Let me get my needle nose out here. It's a lot harder than you think to get this out with a pair of needle nose too, because you got to grab onto that hook with the pliers. I just broke that hook off. I literally broke that hook in half. Oh well. Alright, at least the hook is out, folks. Ah. Yeah, that's a solid 10, 15 pounder. Yeah, she's not happy, folks. She is not happy. Alright, folks, that's our first fish today. Man, that is a fat fish. Jeez, these guys are just, they are eating up right now, folks. There are some really, really big old fat roots down here right now. Ah, there goes my rock face. Oh well. I'll build it back up. Yeah, that's a solid maybe. I'm going to go on maybe 14, 15 pounds. She might not be a 15 pounder, but she's getting there. Look at the belly on her. Just a gorgeous fish, folks. All right, let's get her in here closer for you guys. Get some nice close-up views of her. Oh, God darn it. Yep, seriously, dude. I got her right before she hit the ground. That hurt me because my hand was in the way protecting her. Ow. Man, that hurt, folks. Yeah, I put my hand in the way so she landed on my hand instead of the rocks. Ow. All right, girl, let's give you one more close-up view before we get you back in the water. All right, girl. Yeah, check her out. Look how fat she is, folks. That's gorgeous. All right, girl. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there she goes. Off into the depths. Ow. That was smart of me to do that so the fish didn't get hurt. Man, did that sting. Woo. All right. That's a nice first fish, folks. Definitely a nice first fish. Unfortunately, that one hurt me. And that was kind of my fault. I didn't want her to hit the rock, so that's what happens. She slipped out of my hands, and I stuck my hand right underneath her to keep her from banging her head on the rock, and that hurt. Yeah, you see that skin missing? Ow. Yeah, these hooks are so light and so thin that getting that out, it actually snapped the hook right at the thing there, so we're going to put a new hook on here. That's also the reason why they sell these in boxes of 50 for like, I believe $5.99 or $3.99. Or it's very, very cheap for these guys. Back to the hole. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hole. Hole. Tighten and pull. We might be in for it, folks. That was the first time. That was the first cast out there. I got that fish out of there pretty fast, so hopefully I didn't spook him. And that was just a straight bullet weight on the bottom with a night crawler. Remember I said I had that worm hooked lightly? Break that worm up into pieces as you put it on with much more scent than you would normally. Like, well, let's see. What I'm going to do it like here. Hook it as close as you can to that tip, right? Hook it on there, back on there once. Nip it in half. See, do it again. Nip it in half again. And that last piece of worm, put it right back on there and just hook that once. That's it. That wasn't that far out, I believe. That was like right in there, because I was pretty confident about me being able to get out of the rocks and stuff. So I took a much closer cast. Right. And that one kept pecking on it. I was waiting for it to stop pecking. She just kept pecking and pecking and pecking. Like, okay, I'm setting the hook, fishy. Hold on. We never got our other rod back out. I was getting ready to get this out here, and how did that get stuck in the rocks? All right, there we go. I was trying to get this out here. That fish hit. Let me put one more worm on here, because that's been sitting in the water for a couple minutes. Might have lost a little bit of its scent. And you can do that with these guys too. I just usually like these to move around more, so I'll guide these guys up. All right, that's ready to go. We do have some bubbles in here now, folks. There's a set of bubbles to our right over here. Now, where do I set this up so I can check the chat? All right, that looks pretty good here. We had this set up, and I had to step on the rock face where we had her set up. Is that okay? Pretty good. All right, let's get back to that chat, folks. Let me get my kernel quick lenses back in, and we can check. Let's see, what was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, the temperature is about 65 degrees, 70. And like I said, you guys, thank you guys so much for the donations. We were able to upgrading our gear so much for the winter time. We've got a good pair of pliers. We've also got a cast net. I can't use that at the moment because I don't want to get her snagged up in the rock. I could only have her hit the water for like maybe a second and a half before I had to pull her in down here, because I would be too worried about it getting stuck in the rocks down here. We're going to save that for when we get a chance to fish the sand. Werewolf. See, I know I would like that crazy. Keep here. Coop, what's going on? That was a bite on worm. I'm already hitting it. Aw, you little stinker. Yeah, he was hitting it already. Well, that didn't take long for the worms to work down here. Thanks for coming in, Pierre. I appreciate it, my friend. I'll see if I can do this and man the chat at the same time. So why trickier than you think to fish and man the chat at once? I'm doing this by myself, Daggum, and I ain't got no help. Well, Danny's helping me out, so Danny MVP. MVP, Danny. Let's back out. Let's see, Danny laughing his butt off. See, Crazy says, oh, good. Let's see, DCP says, oh, got it. Let's see, Pierre Coop says, ah! And Chris says, thanks, DCP. Let's see, Norm Ray, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Norm Ray says hi. Let's see, Crazy says, hey, Norm. Let's see, Danny says hi, Raymond. Let's see, Chris says hi, Raymond. Let's see, Norma. Norma. Oh, boy, that's a new one. Let's see, Norman, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Norman. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. See, Chris says, you are talking about MVP, Raymond. Oh, got him. Fish on, folks. That's our second of the day. Not nearly as big as that, that buffalo carp we just had, but definitely shows there's some fish down here, folks. Cool, this is awesome draw. That's our second fish of the day, folks. Number 2. We're catching some fish. That's all that matters. Yeah, these guys are pretty. Check them out in the light. I'm gonna. That was a rod going in. I gotta check like that. Check them in the sunlight here when you get that shine off of him. Just a gorgeous fish, folks. Oh, yep. Stinkers. They slippery. Of course they're slippery. They're fish. All right, buddy. You're on. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, I thought I saw Bob Ike the first cast there. Come back and hit it a second time. Hopefully you guys are getting okay by the wind block. I know it is a little windy down here. You might be getting a little background audio stuff, but hopefully that wind block is helping out, my friend. The one benefit about this weather is you don't have much trouble with your. Oh, the bite on. Out there deeper. That was out there deeper, folks. That was a pretty good peck bite on the one out there deeper. The we're cool out here, folks. James Lee, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you. Let's see, James says MVP. Let's see, Chris says James. Let's see, James says Chris. Let's see, 4 people in it. 43 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. Got him, folks. Yeah, that's another big one. Whoa, buddy. That's another big one, folks. Right by that bank. Looks like we've got a grass carp. Get my other rod out of the way here quick. Oh, buddy. Whoa. My legs aren't that strong. You almost got me. That's our second big one of the day, folks. No, number 2. Look at that sucker take off. Jeez. on some little red worms right by the bank. He's just giving a couple peck bites. Our Clink lens is out again. Might be one of those days where I can't keep up with him. This one's going to be fun because these are the teenage grass carp. It's like 8 or 10 pounds. This guy's going to hurt. He's about 7 or 8. Yeah, about. That's just a gorgeous size. Whew. Man, that's going to be tough to get this guy in here. That's going to be entertaining. It ain't that warm out here, folks, so this getting wet is not that pleasant right now. Yeah, I'm not fighting this fish for my health. I'm doing this because I really don't want to do this until he's tired and butt out. Done yet? Nope. Not done yet. Now, these lines are like torpedoes, man. When they take off on you, you gotta let them run or they're gonna bust your line. Ooh, again. Yeah, I've only got, I was a 10-pound test on this rod, so. It ain't like my bigger rod where I've got that heavier line on here. This stuff ain't that heavy. All right, buddy. Ready to come in yet? Probably not, but I'm gonna have to try. Here we go, folks. Here we go. This is gonna be so difficult. Come on, buddy. Give me a break. All right. See, we got lucky. You let us get her in. Boy, I'm getting them right in the jaws too today. Right in the side. All right, hook is out, folks. That hook is out. Here comes the difficult part. Yeah, that's a nice little 7-8 pounder. Well, that's a gorgeous one, folks. That bright silver. Awesome silver scales. I got to keep a grip on this one because she wants. I can feel her tightened up like a knot. We'll get her a little bit closer. Yep. That's a solid little 7-8 pounder. Oh. A nice little third fish of the day. See, I knew she wanted to do it. See, I've got her fins in a bear hole, so hopefully if she flips, she's not going to get out of my hands. All right. Let's get her close up, folks. And just beautiful, folks. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, don't say that people MBP don't catch some nice river monsters down here. Well, that's a little under a river monster, but she's getting there. Look at that golden color. Golden green. All right, buddy. All right. He wants to go home. I turn it toward her water. It's like, go home, I'm going home. All right, here you go. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Whew. Wow. Non-stop down here today, folks. Non-stop. Yeah, she pulled my weight up a little bit. I wasn't that far off the top. Well, I could have been. I don't think I was that far. A little less. Alrighty. Let's get back out here, folks. This water, we're actually getting into the shade now, so man, it dropped temperature out here fast. Tell you what, I might have to get a fire going down here right now, folks. It's getting cold. It was definitely worth that run to the bait shop. Definitely. Alrighty. Pretty good. With that corn out in front of that fish for about 15, 20 minutes, wouldn't touch it. With that worm out there, he smacked it. Now I was getting bites on my other rod too while I was doing that. What did he do to this? Looks like he nipped the very end of that worm off. Look at that. Old stinker, he did too. He bit the very end of that worm off. Well, that's a quick fix for that piece. When they nip the end of the worm off, just take a piece of another worm, nip it, put it right back on there. Alrighty. Get this back out here too. I can get to checking that chat. There's definitely some fish out here today, folks. They are stacked in here right now. My Colonel Quink lenses, where are they? Put them in my pocket somewhere. There they are. Thought I put them in that pocket. I couldn't feel them. Put that back in here and let's check that cat. See 11 people in and 51 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see Trudge, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. I appreciate that. And see Fishing on the Journey. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to have to go to channel on this one. Let's see. Red Ox, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Red Ox says hi. I got to work my way back here in chat. Yeah, that's two nice ones we caught in a row, so I'm going to be backed up in chat here. I do apologize for that, my friend. See, Lucas, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Lucas says hello. See, Chris, Lucas, I'll read everyone's chat out here. Let's see, here we go, Chris. Let's see, Miss Jigging. Let's see, Finding on the Journey says, woohoo, MVP. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. It can be pretty exciting down here sometimes, folks. You can sit down here for hours and not get a bite, and then all of a sudden you'll be hitting them every cast. Let's see, Chris says, sub to you, Joy. Awesome, my friend. Let's see, Journey says, beautiful. Let's see, Lucas says, nice, Mike. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Grumpy Bass is in the house. What's going on, Grumpy Bass? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Grumpy Bass says, Mike, good afternoon, brother. Lucas says, hello. Chris says, Grumpy. Let's see, Journey says, hello, Grumpy. Let's see, Jenny says, hi, Lucas. Jenny says, hi, Grumpy. Let's see, Lucas says, wait a minute, Mike. Tipping, but Mike is live, and I'm getting an error. Let's see, are we getting a feed? Well, we must have gone off the feed there for a minute. Well, that was weird. Another bite on worm. It looks like we're back in, though. Let's Let's see, Lucas says, I don't get it. Let's see, Chris says magic. Let's see, Lucas says, Simsalova Magiki. Magic of YouTube, my friends. Let's see, DCP says fish on. Let's see, John, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. John says, got a drum. Yes, sir, we've caught, so far, we've caught, let's see, one buffalo carp, about 15 pounds, one grass carp, about 7 or 8 pounds, and about a half-pound drum. Chris says fish on. Let's see, Reddick says hi. Let's see, Trud, what's going on? Trud says perfect timing. Yes, sir, read, my friend. We've been catching them today. Let's see, Trud says, howdy, Joy. And we've only been in about 25, 30 minutes. We've gotten 3 nice ones already. Let's see, Trud says, hey, Mike. Let's see, Journey says, any fish safe travels, hello. Did I miss? Up any fin, what's going on? Hi, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hi, thanks for coming in, my friend. I checked out your live this morning. I dropped the like and I had to go. I had to get to the bait shop. I quite literally had to wake up, grab my coffee as I was going out the door to get down here by noon. It's quite a journey from here to the bait shop and back. On a scooter, mind you, with cars doing 45 to 50 miles per hour past you. Yeah. Let's see, Journey says, nice MVP. I appreciate that, my friend. What did Bob say? Driving and streaming. Hi, everyone. Help, you're better than me. I can't even walk and stream at the same time. Let's see, Chris says, catches are pinned below. Yes, sir, my friend. Let's see, Trud says, getting called back to work. I guess breaking is over. Take care, everyone, and tight line. All right, I appreciate you coming in, Trud. You have a great rest of your day. Let's see, Journey says, Truds, have a great day. Let's see, the Indiana electrician, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Indiana. Indiana says hello. Let's see, Indiana says hi. Let's see, Chris says Indiana. And let's see, Skeeter's in the house. What's going on, Skeeter? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Skeeter says, Mike and chat. Thanks for coming in, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. Let's see, Chris says Skeeter. Let's see, Skeeter says everyone cheers. Everyone cheers. 12 people in. Let's see, and 51 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friend. Was a bite on this one over here, so let's see what's going on with it. It got hit pretty hard there. And that's the problem with this spot, is working this bullet weight around these rocks. It can be a little tricky at times. And I kid you not, this water actually feels warmer than the air right now. It got to 39 degrees last night in North St. Louis. I checked the weather when I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. It was 39 daggone degrees. So that is really cool for this time of the year. Boy, I'm so not used to using a reel like this that I can. It's so smooth. I've been waiting for Jason to come in so I can thank him for giving it to me, but I haven't seen him in yet. Look at it, just ever so slightly. Look at that. It wants to go 30 feet. I don't want it to go that far. I just got the bigger weight on so it'll hold out here in the deeper water. And that's just like I believe a quarter of an ounce of weight. So it's not really that big. I was gonna see if a quarter of an ounce was gonna hold, and apparently it's gonna hold. I love doing that when I'm out fishing, because I try to get away with as little weight as possible in a location. It may not seem like, oh, I can't hold there with 1/8 of an ounce, and you find out like you're sitting there majority of the time holding. It's perfect. There's a big one. Jeez, that was big out there, folks. Man, I was like someone just jumped off a boat. Good googly, there was a gigantic fish. That was like probably 70, 80 pounds, whatever the heck that was. It looked like either a big grass carp or it might have been a blue cat hitting out there. There are some big blues out here. It looks like we might be getting a train. I think I hear it. That might be it. That might be our first train of the day, folks. And I've got a wedge between a rock and a hard place here. Not much room to fish down here, and it's getting cold fast, folks. It's actually cooling off quite quickly down here. Yep, that sounds like a train. Yep, earbuds out, folks. Here she comes. Earbuds out. I bounced that rod, so hit it. Journey says hello, Skeeter. Let's see, Skeeter says joy. He says, you know, like Tristan, hello. Says Chris, Skeeter says pop. Silly Salmon, what's going on? Kids coming in, my friend. Silly Salmon says joy. Says Silly, and see Chris says hi all. 14 people in and see you. 55 thumbs up, that's just awesome, my friend. That's just calmed down quite a bit down here. It's just a gorgeous day. It's been long days down here, so I'm glad to see a day where it's not blowing too bad. It's still blowing a little bit, but man, there's a chill in the air. My fingertips are numb for the first 2 fish I landed. And I got my knuckle banged up on that one. He had to jump out of my hand. I didn't want him to hit the rocks, so I stuck my hand between him and the rocks, and yeah, that hurt. Claudia, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you. Claudia says hi, all. It says darling. Let's see, Silly says, pipe it down. I'm sorry if I'm being kind of loud, or I'm sorry. So sorry, my friend. This is the time of the day where you can literally just relax back. I don't want to, because I'll have my rods get pulled in if I relax too much. I'll look up and hear something cracking on the rocks, and look back, and my rod will be going, meow. Let's see, Silly's laughing his butt off. Thank you. Well, that's a cool train in the background there. This is the closest I can get to the railroad tracks. great. Five people still in at the end. 56 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friend. See, Silly says, any fun? Got some bug repellent. Pretty good. Yeah, I usually do. There are a lot of like ants and stuff that get down. I know what you mean, but there are a lot of ants and stuff that get on you down here. Watch the chat, my friends. Everyone's welcome in chat. Jeez Louise. Right behind you. I'm sure you heard that. Here comes a wake from the splash. That's like a 40, 50-pound fish just right up behind you guys. Jeez, hopefully I don't hook that thing. See, Chris says no comment. Ah, you guys are so mean, man. You guys are just so mean. Like, Well, what that fish just busted up the surface behind you guys. I kind of want him and I don't want him, because if I hook into that sucker, I'm going to be in trouble. 20, 30 pounds, 40 and 50, oh boy. And above 50, I'm going to have some serious problems. That fish was probably that thick. So that was probably either a big alligator gar or a really, really big carp. That was a little bit too long to be like a blue cat. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a little bit more bait in the water. Even though they're not hitting corn, I think it's drawing them in here. But at the same time, I might not be able to get them to hit corn right now. Maybe a little later they'll hit corn with like a jigging. Alright. That's scattered everywhere where I'm fishing. Plus a little bit up current. So that's gonna help. Look at this so mean. See False North, Jason, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, Randy Rhino is in the house. What's going on, Randy Rhino? Appreciate you guys coming in, my friends. Hope you're having a great evening. Hope your day went okay. It's getting late in the season, folks. It's getting cooler and cooler every day. The days are getting shorter. The nights are getting longer. If you get a chance to get outside and get some fresh air, you might want to do it. It's getting for too long, it'll be too cold to even go outside for a few minutes. There goes another big one. I think I'm spooking these guys. I'm being a little loud. But I don't want to leave my rods too far away. Let's see, Randy says Chris. Let's see, Chris says Randall. Let's see, and Randall, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Randall says Mike MVP. She's coming in, my friend. Baltimore says Mike. Let's see, Randall says Silly Brother. Let's see, Danny says Jason. Chris says False North. Silly says hey Jason. Let's see, Jason says hi. Back to my give it a shot. But I saw that. It was a bite. I saw that. People in, 58 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, that's a interesting one. Let's see, I'm just gonna go Ram. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, Ram. If you could English in chat, if you can't, let's see, emojis are fine. If my moderators can understand you, they are from Netherlands and the UK, that's fine too. See, Randall says, yes, sir, English if you could. Well, there's a big barge going by there, folks. Well, actually, we're back pretty good right here. Actually, back pretty good here. Might not have to worry too much about the wave, and she's way over on the other side of the river. Might not have too much trouble on this one. We might though. This water's pretty calm. Might push over here pretty quick. Yeah, there's definitely some sets of bubbles. There's like 3 sets here. One set. No, there's 2 sets. One there, one further down here. And there's another set way up there to the left. Ram says okay. Grumpy says, Randall brother, hello. We've caught already 1 big buffalo carp, 1 nice grass carp, and a drum so far on the feed. Let's see, silly says Grumpy bro. This one looks like it's stuck. Unfortunately, I think this one might be a snag. Got a snag on that. Off. One good thing about those pull weights is they do tend to pull off on you. We got a stick. We stuck a stick. Boy, that's a baby stick back there. Yeah, that was a catch and release. You gotta release that horrible thing. Let it grow up. That was a joke, actually. Here come the waves. And if you guys are okay, these on the other hand, I'm not so sure about. These waves are big. So much for not getting hit by the waves. Go a little deeper out here, folks. Wind shallow. Let's put your hit on the way down. I bet that was a skipjack. I felt him smack it pretty good. I'm not kidding, folks. On the way down, I felt that smack. It wasn't near the bottom. Might need some fresh bait on this. Store-bought do work. They tend to lose their scent pretty quick, so gotta keep refreshing the rod. I'm not sure if they do that intentionally or not. Unfortunately true. Sure like to be digging my own worms right now, but After being dry for so long, it just became almost impossible to find any. Look through these guys. Nothing wrong with it. Look, it's up. We've been trying right here. Let's say that, oh, that's fire. That's bar. Try right here. We try right there. Let's go just a little bit further down to the left. Another benefit of fishing upriver from the locations you want to fish is that you can get multiple spots to fish. That big rock is actually where the spot pretty much ends. It goes from like deeper water down here and it goes much shallower over there. It starts getting really shallow really quick. It turns into sand. It's good when the water gets just a little bit lower once that sand starts sticking out. But for now, it's kind of great. I wouldn't doubt there's some fish down there. It's just, I think there's going to be more down here at the moment. Check that chat. What's going on? Billy, Jason. Mr. Bait and Tackle, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Bait and Tackle says MVP. Catch a whale. We've caught some nice ones today. Hopefully we're getting some more. Thanks for all those reactions, my friends. Help us the channel so much. Chaos goes, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Chaos says, thank you. Let's see, Silly says Chaos. Let's see, Danny says, go. Let's see, Chaos says Silly. Chaos says MVP. Let's see, Randall says, CH, VO. See, Bait and Tackle says a beautiful background. It's a gorgeous shoreline down here, folks, especially during the fall. The trees are just going to start changing color. We haven't even gotten to the point where these trees are going to start turning yellow and bright reds. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful fall, my friend. Let's see, Bait and Tackle says Chris. Let's see, Randall says hi. Chaos says Randy. 13 people in and 62 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friend. That's all that. There's some big ones down here right now, folks. Oh, they always smack that worm. Yeah, says Randy. Let's see. Yeah, says Chris. Yeah, I wish that sun would have been out longer. Yeah, these rocks have already lost a lot of their absorption of that sun. It's still a little warmer down here. Might have to start a fire down here eventually, folks. It's getting kind of cold. Hi. Randall says hi. Set up chat feed. straight on the bottom. You can get a couple real good bites if you're shallower with it. So let's put her back right on. Bite on worm. Saw that right there. Snagged it pretty good. It does double over this rod. Hopefully I've got her mounted pretty good. If I lose a rod in this spot, it's gone. I'm like down there, I'll go in after it. Down here, yeah, this is a massive drop off right here. There's still probably about 15, 20 feet of water right out in front of me. Yeah, once that sun got off you down here, it got pretty cool fast. It's probably down in the mid-50s now. I haven't quite got acclimatized to this cold weather yet. I'm getting there. This is like perfect temperature to cool the lakes down so that they can stock them with trout. These 39, 40 degree nights are pushing that water temperature in those lakes down into the low to mid, see them? The low to mid 50s. You did it real quick. Those temperatures are just perfect for rainbow trout. Now they do prefer them to be colder when they stock them because the first initial shock of a trout, the colder the water, the less that shock will be when they put them in the water. They try to acclimatize them when they're traveling, and hopefully that temperature gets much closer to the actual water temperature. And so some of those first stockings, some of those trout do die, but they're stocker trout. They're just people to catch and have fun with during the winter. Let's see, Kia says Chris. Let's see, Chris says Ram. It's kind of cool out here right now, folks. It's just tips are going numb again. Step people in and seeing 63 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. We made it back to 8. I think I might step by you guys for a minute. We're in the wind down here a little bit more than where you guys are. Picture looks a little wonky to me. Well, I think we're a little pixelated right now, folks. Let me see if I can fix this up. Hopefully we can get to our rods. Something tries to pull them in. And let's see. Oh, no, as soon as I get near, she starts clearing up. Get our little wind block off here. And there goes I guess that's a
thing that goes over. Was it look like bulldozers? Interesting. And looks like that cleared her up. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's better now. We were a little pixelated there for a few minutes. Throw a little wind block back on here. Dink. It's a beautiful evening, folks. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday. Yep, the weekend's coming. The weekend is almost here. You got one more day. That's how cold it is down here right now, folks. That Mountain Dew is still ice cold. Grass carp and a drum and a pretty good buffalo carp so far. Yeah, worm right by the bank. Let's see, 9 people in and 63 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, there, guys working certain down here. I guess they saw me catch fish. Oh well, no worries. If he wants to fight down here on these rocks, he's more than welcome to try. Gee, there's another massive fish behind me, folks. Oh, far rod. Dang it.
Pretty top of that far rod. Pretty good pop on that one. Man, I hate it when they do that. They wait for me to walk away from the rods and they pop over it. I'm not looking. Yeah, I just noticed everyone's got the hashtags behind their names. That's interesting. I haven't had that glitch before. Check that one out. Something hit that rod pretty good. Yep, looks like it bit a lot of that worm off with one nip. Thanks. Right in half. The head, because the head of one worm's still on here. I just need the back end of it. That's back. good. Make sure our worms don't get out on us. Worms can be sneaky down here. They can get out of your bucket when you're not looking. Those little containers are pretty small, so traveling that distance isn't beyond comprehension. I love the silver max that Jason gave me. I'm not used to using a good bait caster like that. Spinning combos are pretty soft and sensitive, at least for a while. But they'll get pretty stiff over time. Bait casters are the ones that last a long time. And I've got 2 bait casters at home, so they're old. They're very stiff. They've had them for years. Let's see, Boza, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Boba. Yeah, those hashtags have got me kind of looking weird right now. And those rods look really pixelated again. Why does it keep doing this? And there we go. That's clear now. We might not need that wind block down here anymore. At least for a time. Keep an eye on them rods. Let's see, Denny's back. Yeah, this guy obviously saw me catching fish, Danny. He's moving closer, closer, closer. It's okay, no worries. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Boba. And Denny says he's back. I guess the dog did his thing. Pop-ups there. Yeah, but I can see she's going pixelated. I don't know why she's going to start doing it now. We might have to move her, folks, because she won't stay in clear. And she's looking a little icky. Nine people still in, my friends, and 65 thumbs up. This is very calming down here, very relaxing. Just a great way to spend your evenings. And they're cleared up again. It's okay now. One quick way to find out is to go back to my main account. Now we've broken 6.3K, Danny. We've broken 6.3. Yep, she's still pixelated because she's like that on my main account too.
Oh, I had 6.3 when I started. Wow, I must have made a sub or two. Interesting. Yeah, we're a little blurry, aren't we, Danny? Let's see, Miss Giggy with the roses. Appreciate it, Miss Giggy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we were bouncing up and down because it was 298, 299. It just kept, must have just made it. I wonder if these big boys, if they're in the shallows down here, I wonder if they go after an artificial. Because I do have some rooster tails that they might pulverize. Yeah, we're looking a little pixelated, aren't we, Danny? Because I could set up the picture quality on this one. Yeah, we're at 480 already, and it still looks kind of icky. I can move her over to in front of us. I debated whether or not of going that direction or this direction. Now she's looking okay again. Just bouncing in and out quality. Yeah, because I've got 3 out of 5 bars. That's right on the borderline of where you want to do a live feed down here. Anything below 3 bars and it's going to be... Miss Giggy says perfect picture. All right, I got... thank you, Miss Giggy. It can be a little hard to see on this sometimes. Because you guys look a little... Nah, I can see it. Look at that. That screen where it was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 9 cell phones there. That was pretty cool. This is a cheap cell phone, so this backup cell phone is designed for like you guys to look at. I can't afford 2 good cell phones. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, folks. Take your call. I need you here for a minute. All right, folks, I'm done. I'm back. Back. Might be idea. I might want to cast a rooster tail down here for a little bit. So it looks like that one rig, the night crawler out there on the bottom, got us 2 pretty. That's about it. Give me a chance to really break in this bait trap.
pretty good cast down here to the left over here where this rock face, iron face is. It might be small or medium. I don't know, this stuff might be better off with a smaller one, because those grassies will hit a smaller rooster tail before they'll hit a bigger one. Yeah, as good as bait caster really is. If I can cast a 3/16 rooster tail, that's pretty good. I'll put these worms back in here. We're not done. We'll probably switch after casting a rooster tail here for a minute. Switch back to just a crappie jig, a jigging corn, or jigging worm, one of the two. Jig head crawler and jig head corn trick works a little bit better when they're just holding right off the bottom, not quite on the bottom. First one's over here to the right too, so it's a little bit too heavy to. Yeah, I never thought about that. This is like 14 contest. So might have a little bit spinning probably on this heavy line. Point it out. Put that right there down there so don't lose it. Sometimes you can get some big grass carp to hit a rooster tail down here. Especially down in these evenings where I'm starting to see a few of them hit the surface. They're just kind of flapping around the surface. Run a rooster. See that right in front of me? See that right over there? That was one of those either grass carp or catfish hit the surface right there. It does give me time to practice with this. I have to loosen this rag a little bit though. It's a pretty stiff line. If I hook a big one, I got a plan. Smaller rooster tail. Alright. Magnetic. Good. A little bit on the back pass for the gas, but we'll get this down. The thing about the heavier line is you can slow a rooster tail down a lot more when you've got the heavier line on. It doesn't sink. We're gonna have a little bit of trouble with this. We're going to have to tighten the magnetics down a bit. Yeah, we're just breaking this in. I haven't got every bait cast is a little bit different. Trying to cast the crappie jig pretty good. I'm sure if I put 10-pound test on this, it'll work pretty good too. Let's tighten those magnetics down a little bit. That was freezing, so. Do a little bit of quite as bad though. Stuck in a rock. Hang on. Gotta get this off. Not yet, that's right. Go back last that time. You got her dialed in now. Final worm. I'll check that. A little bit of that. Just the very end. Try a bigger one here. Maybe a bright little one. Yeah, but the bait caster is all about dialing that line in, magnetics and everything just right. I think white right. Put on a bigger one here. This heavier line, I just can't quite. I need like 10 pounds on this one. And I left the heavier line on it that Jason gave to me on. Put a bright silver. There are some pretty good stripers down here too in white bass, so you never know what's going to hit down here. Never know unless you try. Oh. Those wires. That's why I hate my wires. Always suck. It gets dark down here fast. Should have gotten out here before noon, but I had a bait shop run. I had to get up there and get some stuff. And that killed a lot of my day. That's not getting anything out there deep either. Holding out there, I mean, no worries about that. Even with that 1/4 ounce weight, I mean, 1/8 ounce still hold pretty good. I don't think we're done, folks. I think we're just in an intermission. I could probably loosen this a little bit. Put a little bit bigger weight. Get your tail on them. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is going to be a good bass casting rod. Bass casting, trout fishing, man, this is going to be really good. Man, that just casts like a bullet. When you put like a little bit of weight on there, that is only a 1/4 ounce rooster tail. So casting like that, that's pretty good. Yeah, if I pinpoint some casts, that's better. I wanted to get it in there shallow. Come on, big stripers. Come on, white bass. Even the big old grass carp or something hits it. It's been a while since I've been able to cast though. Good bait caster. Well, it just feels so good in your hands. Woodpecker. I can hear a little stinker up there. Getting a few peck bites out there. I've seen her pecking on it. Well, it's a little loose probably. Well, I haven't gotten quite handling this reel. Oh, that was a sucker. That was a pretty big gar. I just rolled right in front of you. That was like a foot and a half long gar. That would have been nice to hook. He's just nipping at it. Show by a big old bass. But yeah, we're still breaking this one in. I'll admit it. We're trying to get this dial down right. Well, I don't get heavier lines bad, lighter lines snag backfast as bad as I do heavier line. This still a little one. I should be able to get this out. Assuming I can pull in the right spot. Go. And more snagging rocks. Correct. Now, I can't just jig this up and down off the bottom, but you can snag a lot more. Like that. Snag very, very easily when you do it like that. Use it more like a spoon rather than a right. Snag them. Well, I think it's time to put a jig head on here with some corn right by the bank. I think that'd be a good little technique. Make sure this is not tangled up. I've been casting rooster tail out here. It's going to be. Let's put this back over. Make sure this is all tightened up. See what I mean about that stuff being, it'll do that to you. You'd rather have it do it like this than when you're train, folks. Another train. That just looks like that's an engine, a whole bunch of empty carts, and then it gets to come down there further. I think it's time to put a jig head on this one. This back out here and I'll take that chat, okay, folks? I got some Steve Turner's baits coming. A nice box donations. We were able to get that. That we will have a lot of white bass, and, trout fishing lures, and crappie lures coming in the mail. And I'll show that off to you guys as soon as we get her in. In fact, I might just do a day of fishing with only Steve Turner bait, or at least some type of Steve Turner's equipment, like using a Steve Turner jig for this type of thing. This is not one of Steve Turner's jigs, actually. I'll admit this one I ran out of them. That's the reason why I had to order them. Mr. Turner is pretty busy with Christmas orders and all that other stuff. So the only way I was gonna get something is if I had to order it. I'll tell you something. He's very good with his orders. He'll always make sure you get what you ordered, what you paid for, and might put a few little extra baits in there. He loves putting his decal stickers in with every order. They're very well priced. He makes them all himself. You can't beat the quality of the baits. The colors, the size, the shapes. Very good baits. That line slack. Yeah. Man. Next time I'm definitely gonna have to bring like some lighter equipment to start a fire. This sun ain't even set across the river yet. It's dang cold, man. That's pretty good. That's just be like a little jig head with some corn. You can also put a jig head worm on this too. So I ain't gonna try to cast her out here. That ain't gonna happen. Not with that little weight, not with that little jig head. We're just gonna flip around here. Fine. Getting pretty dang close down here. 7 or 8 feet deep, right from the bank. Alrighty, sorry about being off the chat for so long, folks. I do apologize. Let's see, what did I miss in chat? Let's see, Jigging, let's see, literally, oh boy. Let's see, all clear here, Mike. Alright, I got you, my friend. Let's see, it's just, yo, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you. Let's see, White Bent River bound. What's good, MVP? We did pretty good so far earlier in the feed. Caught one like 15-pound buffalo carp. Let's see, 7 or 8 pound grass carp, and about a half-pound drum. I'd have gotten out earlier today, but unfortunately we had to get a bait shop run. Let's see, Scooter, what's going on? Scooter says hi in chat. Let's see, Scooter says Mike the Carp Whisperer. Yeah, I whisper for them to not hurt me when I'm down here. These monsters, they like to dislocate your jaw when you're trying to land them. Let's see, but I appreciate that, Scooter. Let's see, Scooter says Whisker. Whisker, what's going on? Whisker Bent River bound. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see if Riverbound says hey, Scooter. Denny says hi, Whisker. Denny says hi, Scooter. Let's see, Scooter says Whisker. Scooter says MVP. Appreciate you guys coming in, my friends. Thank you. Yeah, this time of the year, it's more like they hit between 10 to 11 o'clock midday to about maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then they kind of start slacking off. It's getting colder out here every day, folks. So water's getting cooler and cooler. I don't want to put on any more worm on this one, so instead of keep gobbing worm after worm on there, I'm gonna put a new one on here. Put these guys back in here. Maybe they'll live. A lot of times they'll live if you put them back in your container, especially store-bought ones. Pretty sterile, so when you cut them in half. They can lift pretty good. That was a big grass carp. I just saw that. That's maybe a 2-footer. Pretty good size one. Come up right in front of us. Looked like it was eating a gob of, I don't know, a foam or something. The other piece in there. And thanks to contributions, donations, folks, we can get out and get bait at least once a week when these times of the year when we can't dig them. That's awesome. I do appreciate that. Besides that, without that, we just be fishing with corn down here right now. The corn does work. It's just not quite as effective as your live bait. It's still not. Don't quite hit it quite as much. I'm looking for corn in this water. See if I can pull these guys in here. Yeah. That was rocks. That wasn't rocks. Might have that set up. Not a big rock. Wow. Apparently not. Alright. I don't know about that. It's like bouncing on some kind of stuff. We caught 3 on the feed so far today, but between those 3, they probably weighed over 20 pounds. Definitely over 20. You add them all up. I think I'm gonna go sit by you guys. It's actually pretty cool over here right now. I want to get out of this wind over there. Fingers are going numb again. Yeah, next time I'm bringing some lighter fluid. We're gonna start a fire down here. See, 10 people still in. Awesome, folks. And 70 thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. Actually is pretty dang cold down here right now, folks. Kind of shivering. I ought to see if I can start a fire down here. I doubt it. We had a rain about maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Probably find some driftwood that'll burn. Take me about 15-20 minutes to do it, though. I'm not sure if YouTube would like me doing that on the feed. And once you have a fire built, that's one thing. But building one on the feed, I'm not sure if they would really like to see that. I mean, I could start a fire like right past my rods down there. More like it probably be best right here, honestly. But feed if I'm going to do it. So we got worm on the close rod and corn on the far rod. The close rod there has a Carolina rig with a
eighth of an ounce weight, and that corn has an eighth of an ounce jig head. Two techniques that are very, very effective down here this time of the evening. They push down closer to the bottom this time of the water's getting cooler, so they're getting closer and closer to that bottom. And I think something's hitting that far rod. I better go check that out. It's bouncing pretty good. That's what it was. That's why it was bouncing like that. I got it. Doesn't seem like very far out, but it's 7 or 8 feet deep right here by the bank. So it's more than enough water for big old carp or grass carp. Even a nice antelope blue cat to sneak in this time of the evening. Another big one. I heard that right in front of us. Look at that. Just right in front of us. That's what I'm hoping to get. They seem to be pretty close to the surface right now. So let's push our baits off the bottom. Get it right in here by the bank. Make sure we got a big old rock situated on our rod, just in case something wants to be sneaky and try to pull a rod in on us. Loosen that drag up just a little bit. Something behind us back here again. It is rutting season for deer, so I'm always making sure there ain't a pair of antlers coming at me down here. That, Michael. Pretty slippery down here. Another one just busted up out there in the middle. There are some big ones down here right now, folks. They seem to be traveling. They're suspended right up at the surface. I don't even think they're really feeding. They're just coming up to the surface and smacking the surface. Let's see, Jason, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Jason. See what's on the far rod there? Yes, sirree. I've gotten your bait caster rigged up, my friend. We've already caught one 15-pound buffalo carp on her earlier this feed. And I went by the bait shop and we got a cast net, but I wasn't open to casting it down here in the rocks. I didn't want to lose it. Let's see. Jason says hello, everyone. See, Danny says hi, Jason. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I cast it for about 30 minutes down here with a rooster tail, like an 1/8 of an ounce rooster tail. I had one little backlash, but I had to just kind of get those magnetics just right. We all cast our bait casters a little bit differently, so getting that dialed in is the important thing. Another one to the left over there. See him hit? Man, there's some big ones out here, folks. It's just getting them. See, Jason says, very nice, my friend. And I do appreciate you giving it to me, my friend. I'll use it for sure. I was just kind of stuck on getting that old bait caster working, and it's still wreaking havoc with me. It'll work for about 20 minutes, and then the magnetics will stick, and it's getting worn out. Let's see, Jay Fishing, what's going on? Jay Fishing says hello. Jay Fishing says hi. No, I did not change the line yet. I figured down here this I guess it's like 14-pound test. Be perfect, especially for these rocks down here. I use a little bit heavier weight on when I'm down here, just right to the left of us. Oh boy, there's some big grassies down here right now, folks. That fish couldn't be 3 feet from my foot. In. Thanks for coming in. Fish on Entertainment says, howdy, brother. How are you doing today? We've caught 3 fish today so far. One, I guess about a 7-pound grass carp, a 15-pound buffalo carp, and about a half-pound drum. Let's see. Fish on Entertainment says, hi. Let's see. Jay Fishing says, what's good, everybody? Just stopped in to say hi. Well, I really, really do appreciate that, my friend. Hope you're having a great evening. And I do hope your day went okay. And that's a bite on worm, close rod.
Thinker, he was pecking on pretty good. I think the line was black. Dropping the rock. Dang it. Yeah, these guys are like, it's so close to the bank right now, folks. You would not believe how close they are in here. I don't want to do that. I want to get it right in front of me so if it gets snagged, I can pull it up. There ain't even closer than that. It's just, you're kind of dumb. I'd be fishing with a cane pole, except I wouldn't be able to land these things on the cane pole. That last fish, guys, it was literally like right there, that close to my feet, except right to the left of you guys.
If you guys were down here right now, you'd see the action of how many fish are down here right now. It's kind of amazing sometimes you're not getting bites every cast. Let's see. Fishing on Chain says, up. Yep, we are definitely pixelated now again. Dang it. Oh, boy. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I saw pixelated that time. Ain't gonna make that mistake. Let's see, Entertainment says, hi, Jay Fishing. Let's see. Entertainment says, how, Jason Thomas. Let's see. Jason says, howdy, Fish on. So we got worm on the close rod with a Carolina rig. And we've got corn on the far rod on that's Jason's combo with a jig head and some corn. We've got them both in very close to the bank because these fish are like holding very, very close to the shoreline right now. Let's see, 10 people still in. Let's see, 77 thumbs up. That is just awesome, my friends. I forgot to mention that the weekend's almost here. One more day. We got Friday to get through, and then we got the weekend. We made it through another weekend. Weekend's coming. The weekend's coming. Let's see. Jay says hi again. Yeah, this selfie stick's supposed to have like a Wi-Fi thing on it, but it doesn't work so good. And there it goes again. Oh boy. I can see it. Yeah, we're just a little close to this iron behind us, guys. Check it out. Yeah, we're pretty close to it behind us. That's the reason why the signal's going a little. Remember I said the closer you get to the that iron behind us, the worse the signal gets. It's undoubtedly been hit by lightning over the years. Woo, it's cool down here. Woo. It was fine in the sun, but when the daggone sun went down, man, it got cool. Let's see, J-Fish. Just another day to me, MVP. Just another day to make money. Well, I hope you had a great day. Here comes another train. Hope you made a little pocket change. Boy, that train's about to stop down here, too. He's slowing down on the tracks. Yeah, I'm shivering, folks. See, Fishon says, another great day, Jay Fishing. Just ready for a weekend to start. I hear you, my friend. And that's a bite on corn. I see him popping it. Getting more cool out here right now, folks. Just a little cool. I'm definitely going to be bringing some wire fluid next time so I can start a dang on fire down here. See, 5 people still in. Let's see, and 77 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. And we cannot keep a clear picture today, can we? Oh boy. She still looks like. Yeah, I did. I thought about whether I should keep the camera down there away from this stuff or closer to it, and it looks like we should have kept the. We should have moved her down that way. 60 people in and still 80 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you. Bite. Thought I had a rod. Nope. Yeah, we got a kind of a messed up picture. Let's see. Zayden, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Zayden says hi. And he says hi, Zayden. Let's see, Jason says hi, Zayden. Hope you had a great day, Zayden. If the weekend's coming, my friend, the weekend is coming. see how long she stays in clear. Yeah, she's looking pretty good now. It got cold down here, folks. If I'd known this, I'd have taken 3 jackets instead of 2. I ain't used to this cold yet. When the winter comes, I'll be sitting out in 25-degree temperatures fishing for trout, but I ain't used to it. I tried to acclimatize. I slept in only a t-shirt and my undies the other night with the window open. Helped a little bit. Guys think I'm joking. Not. That's how I get acclimatized to the winter time. It works. It actually does. It gets you, because when you really do get that bad temperatures, you're already starting to get used to that cold weather. Your body's already, it's already adapting. Did I mention it's kind of cold down here? Because it kind of is. See, yep, Zayden, it's pen below. Yes, we caught, let's see, 1 buffalo carp, about 15 pounds, 1 7-pound grass carp, and about a half-pound drum. Yeah, that first buffalo carp, that was a nice buffalo carp.
Man, I was a heck of a hit on one right by the bank. A heck of a hit right by the bank. He dropped me to a rock too. That's weird. That feels weird. Like you're on something beside a rock or something. So like some kind of line or something. I don't know. Very possible. It's starting to blow again now. It stops most of the day. It's going to blow now.
You know, it's a good bite. I could get to it in time. Every time I walk out that picture, it goes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. go. That's better. Let's see. Maybe in chat here. I believe that is Jimmy. What's going on? Jimmy 60. That's Jim. Jim, what's going on? Jim says hi. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Denny says Jim Jit. Yeah, that's how long she'll stay out clear before she goes. Yeah, I know this game where YouTube's just drop. Looks like we've got 3 out of 5 bars here, and 4 out of 5 bars here. There's no reason why that signal should be bouncing around like that, but it is. Oh, good googly. Let's see. Danny says hi, Jim Jet. Danny says everyone. Every time you walk in front of the camera, it will try to focus. Yeah, well, I'm not walking in front of the camera right now. I'll try to walk further over to the left. Oh, the rest of the day, Danny. See, we need another fish mic for a short. I'm trying, Danny. We're still getting bites. That close rod keeps getting popped every once in a while. Hopefully, we can get another nice one. And I'll tell you what, just to increase the chances of this happening, I will. I'll put worm on the car rod too. Instead of corn, we'll put worm on both rods. Because this one will be a jig with worm instead of a jig with corn. Yikes, cold. Googly got cold out here. Where do I walk over here so I don't walk in front of the dang camera? Probably cat. Worm's got just enough weight so I can get her out. He's probably snagged on the deeper muscle or something. Yeah, fine. Crap. Oh, I lost the, but I did not lose the weight. Quick fix. Where are my hooks? Right here. Yep, I thought I got the one of the hook snag. You can usually feel when you got snagged. I'm probably snagged on a dang zebra muscle or something. I'm diving that thing. I just sat on my worm. I just sat on my worm.
throwing that daggone container. Probably bent. Use that hook for a while. Watch that container when I'm on my way home. I'm gonna have to put it in the container so the worms don't get out on me. You know, what the heck? Getting away, let's has to be down there. It's like a snag city, but what the heck? Let's get a bite on it. Yeah. Very interesting if I get a bite on it. You start to lose a little of your equilibrium when you start shivering. So we got worm on both rods now, folks.
I'm sorry, I did it again. I tried to walk off to the left there. Hopefully I didn't get in too close. And she still looks okay. That time I was okay. Let's see, 9 people still in. Awesome, folks, and 80 thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, yeah, let's see. Yep. And they said it, don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends. Yeah, we just maximize our potential of catching fish right now because we've got worm on both rods, and they seem to be really hitting worm right now. Well, hitting worm better than they're hitting corn. I think if I hadn't baited up the spot with that corn, I don't think they would be coming in here to eat at all. It's kind of like ringing the dinner bell. Like, oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of cheeseburgers over here. Oh, wait a minute, there's a steak. Ooh, yummy. This lighter's not heating my hands up very good, but it's something. I really should start a fire, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it. I'll save it for next trip. See, 15 people back in, folks, and 82 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Three. Trying to do the math on how long I've been in. Yeah, I've got the wind block on her. Hopefully that's keeping that wind from bothering you guys too much. And doesn't bite on. So I'm pecking on it.
Oh my. Definitely got a bait. They want to eat, they're just not quite sure about it. still down there fishing, so would have been no chance of me fishing that spot today. Unfortunately, there would have been no chance of me fishing that spot today. Yeah, you can see him still down there on that point. Let's see, Axe, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Axe says, hey. Let's see, Danny says, Axel. Yeah, you can see your breath. It's gotten below 50. There comes a big speedboat up the river on your left side. My sucker's going about 90. That's just a regular John boat. Sheesh. I just got you fixed here. Yeah, I'm watching him down there. I think he's just reeling his weight. Well, you're using a lot of weight when you have to fight your weight in. Man, that's a big one. Yep, he's going out to that point. He's got his stuff snagged out there. I don't know why people use gigantic weights out there on that point. It never does any good. All you do is get snagged out there deep. Never works. Yep, broke it off out there. It's more line wrapped around that point again. Well, let's see. Marco, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Yep, we've caught one buffalo carp about 15 pounds on the feed, another grass carp about 7 pounds, and a small half-pound drum so far on today. Close rod, pecking on it pretty good there. Really bad again. I think we're just, the signal quality is bad down here today, folks. I shouldn't have set up this close to that iron rock face. I really shouldn't have.
Yeah, I do apologize for the signal quality today. Uh, we're using we were using corn and worm on mixing them up. Seems to be hitting worm today, so I put worm on both rods. Bites are in pretty close to the bank too, so it's about 7-8 feet deep. Right off, you take a step off these rocks right where my rods are. It goes 7 or 8 feet deep right here, so it's pretty deep. They don't have to be that far from the bank. Yeah, no, I like to be down on that sand spot, but there's some people fishing today, so we moved down to our rock spot. This spot's usually untouched because it's pretty difficult to fish. It can be pretty tough walking up and down these rocks sometimes. Well, let's refresh these rods. They've been soaking for a few minutes, and I think I've been walking in front of this camera. It's been messing it up, so let me get out here, up and around. You have to go up that high to get down here. I thought I'd get snagged down there, unfortunately. No, let's see if I can get this off if I walk down here. Oh, right in the water. There goes my foot wet. Wait. That rock collapsed right underneath my. Another time where it's just stuck. Man. Got it out. Didn't go off the hook. Just knocked the bait off. How do I do this so I don't get in the way of the camera? At the same time, I don't have to climb up a mountain. Oh, we could try corn on this one right here for 2 minutes. Let's put corn out here for a while. Maybe I got a couple common carp or something sitting here. Put like a moderate amount of corn on here, not a lot. Okay. So we're still getting bites on worms, so put a couple of red wigglers on. Buffalo carp hit the neon. Grass carp hit the red wiggler. You get 24 in a package, and you have to use like 2 or 3 at a time. Cover that hook completely, though they do stay on the hook pretty good.
Where'd he go? Dang it, they're too expensive to drop. Crap. Yeah, you do not want to know where that worm went. Oh, good boy. Oh, boy. Pretty nice. Nice little gobby gob. Right here by the back. That's where you guys have been setting. Definitely 7 or 8 feet of water, right by that rock wall right there. Swing knot. Stop it. Anchor. Start losing a little bit of your abilities out here when you start shivering real bad. Alright, looks pretty good now. That's how close we're fishing. I can just flip it underhanded and it gets right to the spot. I already stepped in the water over here once, Michael. Don't do it again. Yikes. I did. Only these wet feet down here. Gummit. See, 8 people in and 83 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I do appreciate that, my friends. Now we're back to 10. Thank you, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Yep. It's the end of the evening. The weekend's just right around the corner. Trying to keep my hands warm with my lighter. I don't want to start a fire. It's going to be too much work. It's going to take too much time. That kind of thing, you need to start it before the feed, and I just didn't have the time. I had to go to the bait shop today. Yep, you can see your breath down here. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I think he finally left. Finally. Oh, well, it's too late to go down there now. Sheesh. There's just some massive fish behind me, folks. Just, I don't even know what some of them are. Like someone just jumped in behind me. Where'd my wind block go? Where'd it go? There it is. Let's see, Mike, how long are you live at the moment? Let's see, we started at 12:10, I believe. So just over 3 hours. I know we're getting, our battery's getting a little low right now here, folks. We got about 21% charge left. 310, 315, like that. Spar rod. Oh. Got him, folks. Got him. boy. Oh, good googly. Well, you wanted another monster fish, Danny. I got him. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's a different color flatty there, folks. See the difference between the flathead you get down there by that clear water and the flathead you get down here? Mucky brown color. Hey, we caught another fishy. That's our fourth species of the day. Man, I saw that rod popping like that. I thought I had a big old grass carp or something. But that's our fourth fish and all four different species today. Check him out. He got that worm all the way down his mouth. Danny, we caught a fish. We got a fish. All right, let me get that hook out of you, buddy. Yeah, you just got in the upper part of the jaw, so it should be okay. And there we go. Hook is out. Hook is out. No blood. All right. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, boy. Little flatty. Now if I just get one about 20 times that size, it'd be nice. Ah. They can't complain. Did hit the bait. I mean, that's the most important thing. I got a bite. Hooked them. Hey, you asked for it, Danny. I did it. I caught another fishy for you. I caught another fishy. Might not have been a monstrosity, but I caught one. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Let's see. Bush Crab, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Bush Crab says, hey, MVP. Brother, how are you doing? It's a little cold down here right now. It's just about ready to hit 52 degrees right now. Got still 8 or 10 mile per hour winds. I got 1 foot wet from a big old buffalo carp. Let's see, Bushcraft says Italian. Let's see, are you, can see I always come to watch your videos and lives. I do appreciate that, Italian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're having an awesome day, my friend. Hey, I did catch another fish, Danny. It counts. Ooh, yeah, I'm shivering down here, folks. It's a little nipply down here. It's just a little cool. Yep, that's Danny the Stinger Manny. He's been manning my chat like that for a couple of feeds. I think it helps a lot. People always know there's someone in chat that has the main responsibility. Now, I've actually looked. I can actually time myself out on this if I wanted to. So I can go right here and go, do I want to time you? I can time you. I can time myself out. Oh, close rod. Popped it pretty good. Yeah, I'm having trouble stopping from shivering now, folks. I think we're about at our limits. I would have gotten out here earlier, but we needed to go by the bait shop, pick up a couple things. And we didn't get out here till about noon. So, unfortunately, that burnt out the majority of the warm part of the day. No worries, Danny.
Hey, but at least we caught another fish. Yep, something's pecking on that close rod again. The line goes black. A lot of scots going on across the river right now, over there by that firing range behind there. Yeah, I think I've about pushed my limits now, folks. Yeah, I should have brought some materials to build a fire down here. Next time we'll definitely do that if we come down here again. If the wind's gonna blow like this, I'm gonna need a fire. This spot gets in the shade much quicker than the other spots, so unfortunately it gets cool down here. Yeah, Danny, I think I about hit my wit's end down here today. Let's see, 10 people still in, and see 84 thumbs up. We're over the 3-hour barrier, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call her, folks. I mean, this is not. This is me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call her, folks. I'm sure once I get up off this shoreline and get up here where the sun is, I'll warm up. But it's dang on cold down here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go call her for the day, folks. It's been a heck of a day fishing. I mean, we've caught some nice fish, and you can see, Danny, why we're having a little bit of trouble with the signal quality too. That iron is right behind us. I should have pushed her back a little bit further or turned the camera the other direction, but I don't know. I like this angle. Yeah, I'm gonna call her, folks. I hope you enjoyed the feed. Yeah, we caught 4 today, so I'm just gonna have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. Hope you have a great Thursday. And I hope if I don't see you again, hope your weekend's awesome, my friends. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you, my friends. Ooh, it's cold. Ooh. Bye.